I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, but I promised you've been waiting here forever. I had a much to say, but you're not here with me, no. We're invincible, like fire in the snow. Trust me when I say you are my beautiful world, and I'm feeling it all, we should make an effort. It's true you're so far away, and it's true you don't feel the same. But if you take my hand, we can try and go back, starting from scratch. I won't let you go, no I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go, no baby I will not, because I still believe. You're my gravity. You will never be what I expected. Different frequencies, that's why we ain't connected. You know I will make it through, I got nothing to lose but you. It's true you're so far away, and it's true I can feel the same. It's another day, you know you want me to stay, but I go my way. I won't let you go, no I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go, no baby I will not, because I still believe. You're my gravity. You're my gravity. You're calling out my name, but the echo numbs your pain. Sorry, but more than just a shadow, I'm more than just a man. You don't care how I feel, you don't know how I feel. No, you don't know how. I wash away the sorrow till my heart can beat again. You're my gravity. No, you're my gravity. I will let you go, the only thing that I know. You were my gravity, but now I have to leave. I will let you go. Why do you feel that I want? What do you think that I want? I know how to breathe into my gravity, into my gravity, into my gravity, into my gravity, into my gravity. I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, but I promised you've been waiting here forever. I had a much to say, but you're not here with me, no. We're invincible, like fire in the snow. Trust me when I say you are my beautiful world, and I'm feeling it all, we should make an effort. It's true you're so far away, and it's true you don't feel the same. But if you take my hand, we can try and go back, starting from scratch. I won't let you go, no I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go, no baby I will not.
Warning. The Duracell Cup Series data file you have attempted to access is out of date. Uploading current file now.
It's a brand new car from stem to stern, and it's never been raced at these speeds.
The next gen car is opportunity.
Everything is different with the exception of like the seat, the steering wheel, and your helmet.
Unknown creates excitement.
Talking about my generation.
Gentlemen, welcome here as we continue on our coverage of the race weekend at I69 Speedway, mile racetrack in Port Huron, Michigan. And this afternoon, it is the Cup Series drivers getting ready to take to the racetrack for whole day qualifying, preparing for their 11th race of the season. And the last couple of weeks has been all about drivers making preparations to lock themselves into the postseason. We have had back-to-back weeks where we have had time winner as the Bowman kicking things off with his second win of the season at Texas. And last week, maybe the Super Speedway aficionado here who's season 8 of the Next Gen Cup Series, Matt Haas, going 2 for 2 in Super Speedway starts. He won the season opener at Daytona, and last time out, got his second win of the season at Dragonette. This afternoon, though, 42 drivers for 42 spots. There will be no go or go-homer, so it will just be a simple 15-minute qualifying session. Fastest time starts on the pole tomorrow afternoon. As we're looking at RJ Bishop and the number 98 out of Young Motorsports. Doesn't take very long for them to turn lap times here, so you will start to see the lap time scrolling on the top of the screen here, as well as the timer with the amount of time left, as we're at 13 and a half minutes remaining now. RJ coming into this one in the 15th position in the standings, just outside of the top 10 in points. He was 10th in the standings actually going into last week's race at Dragonette, but a poor performance dropped him 5 spots in the standings. Looking to rebound, as right now, still early on, but he's got that Monster Energy Ford GT500 Mustang sitting in the, well, was second, dropped to third, back to second with a 22.918, and now he begins to free fall a little bit more as more times start to get scored on the pylon. Matt McIntyre going to pull out just ahead of RJ Bishop. Matt McIntyre, another driver who struggled at Dragonette, one of the more consistent drivers on the season that hasn't gone to victory lane, but last week dropped 4 spots in the standings, 8th in points coming into this one, so he's still currently in a playoff spot via points positioning, but look at a rebound from the positions lost at the conclusion of last week's Super Speedway race. Laura Chung making her way around the outside of Jack Mitchell. That could be encouraging as to what we could see tomorrow afternoon in terms of potential multi-groove racing. Laura Chung currently sitting 14th in the point standings. Still only has the 1 top 10 on the season, the first 10 starts, but has had consistent finishes between 10th and 15th. She's also got, I believe, about the 5th or 6th best average qualifying position inside the top 15 in the standings. And right now she's at second on the board at a 22.584. Jack Mitchell, we're going to see him later on this afternoon in the Light Series race. But he is the points leader in the Cup Series here, trying to run for that championship. Of course, pick up victory at Phoenix to at least keep him in the wild card conversation should he fall at the top 10 in the standings, but trying to hold off drivers like James Qualls, Levi McIntyre for that overall points lead. Right now, though, looking for a little bit more speed out of that Chevrolet, as that last time by he put down his fastest lap time, and it's only good enough for 31st place. Another driver looking for a little bit of speed as well, Alexander Rowe, 28th fastest on the grid in the Dunkin' Donuts Ford Mustang. Out of Lake Effect Autosport, Alexander Rowe 7th in the point stands coming to this one, so consistently up in the top 10 in points, looking to point his way into a playoff spot, but would love to also pick up, it would be his second, I want to say his second Duracell Next Gen Cup Series victory. I don't believe he had a victory back when he, in Season 5, was driving for the 78 team out of Auto Junction Racing. It was Diego Yepes did most of the going to victory lane in that car. Eric Sadler, speaking of victory lane, the only rookie so far to find victory lane here in the Cup Series in Season 8. Getting that victory at North Wilkesboro. And Eric Sadler right now would be in the number 3 wildcard spot, as he is 11th in the point standings. He's 3rd wildcard spot because 2 drivers inside the top 30 in the point standings, but outside the top 10 have 2 victories, so they would leapfrog him. That'd be Matt Haas, who is 12th in points right now, and Dustin Bolin, who is right now coming into this one, the cut line driver, 30th in the standings, the last eligible position you can be in for a win to count towards a wild card positioning. Nick Gunther in the 55, out of Garage 55. His teammate Anthony McCrory will later on this afternoon be starting from row 2 in the Light Series race here at I69 Speedway. Gunther currently 17th in the point standings coming into this one, and he is 15th on the speed charts right now. We normally see Nick Gunther, at least it's been the trend the last couple of seasons, where he really finds his stride and eventually finds victory lane near the All-Star break or in the second half of the regular season. It's just trying to find a little consistency right now in that Mazda. Same can really be said for the entirety of Garage 55, as Anthony McCurry has been kind of up and down in his finishes, and of course as well, Autumn Brooks has had some good runs, but she's a non-charter entry, so she's not guaranteed to make the Cup Series field every week. This week, however, she will be, along with Bryce Egan, the 2 full-time non-charter drivers here this season. And there is Dustin Bolin, who we were just talking about, the cut line driver, 2-time winner on the season at Pocono, and most recently at Texas. 30th in the point standings. Currently in the 2nd wildcard spot, but he needs to get away from that cut line positioning. He has to climb in the point standings, and he is not in the Bishop Family Racing entry this week, actually. Dylan Young going to be doing the driving duties, so we'll see. We'll see how Dustin can do here with the limited track time. Quentin Moore, keep an eye. There's a few drivers coming into this week that I think we really need to keep an eye on, that are just hovering outside of that top 10 in the point standings. Quentin Moore is 13th in points coming to this one, 7 points below the 10th in the standings cut line. He has been sneaky consistent, and this is the best season he has put together. I know people would look back to his rookie season when he went coast to coast at Dover, but Dover is a track position racetrack. It was really hard to pass, and he was, let's be honest, gifted that pole position when the non-charter driver for the team, Tyler Gerardis, ended up also going coast to coast. So this has been, I think, the best put together season so far for Quentin Moore ever since debuting for Joanne Atwood Motorsports. Right now, though, he would have to pass a lot of race cars tomorrow afternoon, as he is sitting 39th on the speed charts. Dustin Bolin coming to pit road. That doesn't look like that's very good news, as he not really looking all that good on the speed charts. Autumn Brooks right in the moment. Great run here. She had a little bit of extra track time yesterday in qualifying for the Lights Series, which we'll see in a couple of hours here this afternoon. She's 9th fastest right now in the Spider-Man Mazda. And right behind her, Cody Lamas, 4th fastest for the Florida Panthers Chevrolet. Cody was, I think, one of 3 drivers last week whose points positioning did not change after Dragonette. Jack Mitchell kept the points lead. Cody Lama stayed 22nd, and Benjamin Snyder stayed 31st. Everybody else's points positioning changed, either for the better or for the worse. Cole Deaver making a move there to the inside, as he's right now the fastest car at a 22.496, and keep an eye on Cole Deaver as well. Cole Deaver climbed into the top 10 in the point standings after Dragonette from 11th to 10th. Only 3 top 10s on the season so far and no top 5s, however, showing a lot of speed at this portion of the season. And if you remember back, we did a lot of talking the last couple of seasons. Kyle Matthews was on a stretch, obviously, a former champion. Charles Sanford was on a stretch, a former champion, and Jessica Shelton, the defending champion. Cole Deaver's kind of seemed like the odd man out at S3 Motorsports. Could it be his year? I mean, it's incredible enough that we have ended up having back-to-back-to-back seasons where the champion has come out of the same organization. Kyle Matthews in Season 5, Charles Sanford Season 6, Jessica Shelton Season 7. What if Cole Deaver makes it the quadfecta this year? That'd be uncanny. But he's actually lost the pole position as Cole Deaver. He's now dropped to 2nd on the speed charts. You look at Anthony McCurry in the Celsius Mazda. We'll see him later on as well in the late series race in the All-Star car at Garage 55. Zachary Fitzwater right behind him in the 83. Fitzwater, I believe, gained the most. Well, he was tied for gaining the most positioning in points last week after Dragonette, up 6 positions, 18th in points coming to this one. So keep an eye on him. They may have found something right now. As Matt Haas, you see his name just now scrolling there in 42nd. He's found a little bit more speed here the last couple of laps. He's up to 28th fastest now. Our winner from last week, 2-time winner on the season. And right now in the #1 wild card position as things currently run. Daniel Boyles, he'll be doing double duty this week. See him make his late series debut later on this afternoon. 25th fastest right now for the driver who formerly won at Sonoma. Boyles down around that cut line as well, 25th in points, but he did have a good run last week, gained 4 spots in stands after Dragonette, so that was really important for him. Try and find the driver that is currently top of the board, taking that pole position away from Cole Deaver, and there he is. Nathan Ormond in the 23, former winner on the season at Manassas. Ormond is, I believe, looking for his first pole on the season. Let me double check on that. Yes, that is correct. He is also looking to make his way back up into the top 30 in points. Nathan Ormond dropped 4 spots in standings last week from 28th to 32nd. He is 17 points below the 30th in standings cut line, so he is right now the only former winner who would not currently be in a playoff position coming into this weekend. And good starting track position could really help him out in that regard if he can hang on to this pole position. 22.487 is currently what he is clocked in at in his Michael Norman Motorsports entry. Carson Gunn, we were talking about him in battling for the regular season championship a couple of weeks ago, and he's in a bit of a cold streak. Last week at Dragonette did not help. He's 6th in points coming to this one, 27 points out of the points lead. Former winner on the season at Las Vegas, so if he fell out of the top 10 in points, would certainly be in the wild card conversation. 14th fastest right now for that entry out of Fortnite Squad Racing. And the defending champion, Jessica Shelton, right now 35th fastest for her Project Dodge, and how do you describe her season so far? I feel like bad is an understatement. She is currently 38th in the points. She's yet to score a top 10. Her average finishing position in the first 10 races is higher than 27th. And we're not seeing really good speed out of her here in qualifying either. This is a head scratcher, and they got to figure something out here because we've had championship slumps. This seems a lot worse than a championship slump. Benjamin Snyder mentioned the fact that he was one of a few drivers that's points position did not change last week. He would have loved to have had it change for the better, though. He's 31st in points coming to this one. Third fastest right now for the live reality games. Ford Mustang, though, looking pretty strong here in the early going of the weekend. And so is another blue oval in Levi McIntyre. Fourth fastest right now for him. Levi 18 points out of the points lead. Third in overall standings. Been super consistent this year, and for that first victory of Season 8, of course, was a two-time winner. Last season, his most recent victory at Arizona Speedway, which, well, a little bit of irony. If you notice the line here at I69 Speedway, you notice it is orange. Arizona Speedway, another racetrack that separates the racetrack and the apron with an orange line. So if you like trends like that, that might be something to kind of squirrel away in the back of your mind. James Qualls second in points. Right now, he's not necessarily going to be all that thrilled with where he's currently positioned. 21st fastest on the board. I mentioned he's 12 points behind Jack Mitchell for the overall points lead coming into this week. Qualls already locked into the playoffs at this point with his win at Indianapolis earlier on. But it looks like between Mitchell, Qualls, McIntyre, the top three in points, it looks like McIntyre may have the best qualifying effort. Zeros now on the clock, and nobody was able to get Nathan Ormond. As soon as he hit that 22.4, that pretty much solidified it, sealed the deal. Nathan Ormond's going to get his first pole of the season, and this is a huge step for him in trying to climb back up into playoff contention, at least for a wild card spot, get back into the top 30 in the point standings. Almost gets into the back of his team owner right there, as Michael Norm was checking up for RJ Bishop, hitting pit road, and there you see it. The zeros on the clock, session is complete, and qualifying is official. Nathan Ormond will capture the pole position by about, what was that, 9 thousandths of a second over Cole Deaver. I believe for both of these drivers, I'd have to go back and look. I know obviously for Nathan Ormond, he hasn't had a pole this season, but I believe this is the best starting spot for both those drivers so far this year. Benjamin Snyder, Levi McIntyre will put their blue ovals in row 2. Cody Lamas and Austin LaPlante, the inverted numbers, 84-48. They're going to be in row 3. Joshua Osborne, good qualifying effort for him in 7th. RJ Bishop, one of the first drivers out on the racetrack, he'll be 8th. And then Laura Chung and Connor Breton in 9th and 10th. Connor Breton, we haven't mentioned him really, and he has been struggling as well in the point standings. Maybe this is a turnaround for him. Remember, he was a 3-time winner last season. He didn't get his first career win until we went to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600, if I recall correctly. I think that's correct. He may have gotten one earlier than that, but he was indeed a 3-time winner in his rookie season. Take a look at the rest of the qualifying order here, and if we look at some of the drivers that are in that battle for the points lead, Jack Mitchell actually, a pretty decent qualifying effort in 14th, not anywhere close to Levi McIntyre, and then James Qualls, we saw him late in 21st position. Look at some of the drivers down here towards the bottom of the qualifying effort, most notably Benjamin Miles, 5th in the point standings coming to this one, going to be starting deep in the field in 36th place, and Destin Bolin, cut line driver, 30th in the point standings, despite being a 2-time winner, needs to stay above that cut line, and he will start deep in the field in the 40th position. And I also shouted out Quentin Moore and his consistency. He's starting shotgun on the field alongside of the former champion Kyle Matthews. So a couple of Chevrolets going to be making up that final row, and they're going to have some work to do tomorrow afternoon. But congratulations to Nathan Ormond, his first pole on the season. He'll be leading us to green tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're not done with racing here this weekend here today, though, as we've got the Light Series drivers getting ready to go green in a little less than 2 hours here, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at I69 Speedway. You're not going to want to miss that one. Qualifying looked pretty competitive. I think the race is going to be just as good. And we'll see you guys here for the Cup Series action concluding from the I69 Speedway tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, I've been Seth Cole. You'll be watching another broadcast courtesy of SRA TV, offline racing at its best.
The following has been a presentation of NNSCRA TV for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of the NNSCRA is prohibited. NNSCRA would like to thank all of our loyal fans, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.